a model report. The previous year, one of the student, 2020 batch, one of the student project report I have downloaded. So I will show what all the corrections we can do so that the final report will be prepared. And then secondly, I have downloaded the guidelines. So guidelines also you can download from the project coordinator, UG or PG, you might have got this guidelines. So first of all, we will go through the guidelines. The book should be 60 to 80 pages and the starting should be from chapter 1. So you can see in the project report, in the beginning, front pages are there. This is cover page, next is bona fide, abstract, and then acknowledgement, table of contents. After table of contents, list of figures, list of tables, then comes chapter 1. Page number, the 60 or 80 pages should be from this chapter 1. If you read the guidelines, it is written here, cover page or title page, bona fide, abstract, all this list I have read. And after the list of symbols, abbreviations, chapters, appendices, and references. So all this is the sequence in the project book. This is available in the project guidelines. And you can see here it is mentioned undergraduate and postgraduate. It should not exceed 60 to 80 pages. The number of pages, and the pages should be counted from the first page of chapter 1. The 60 or 80, it is from the chapter 1, not the front pages. From the chapter 1 to the last, it should be 60 in the case of BTech and 80 pages in the case of MTech. Okay, that is what written in the guidelines. And coming to the other things I have shown you here, table of contents, list of tables, list of figures I showed you in this. And coming to list of symbols and abbreviations. Sometimes we will have some symbols used as per the project work what you have done. There will be so this is about list of symbols and abbreviations. So this is some communication project, and ACK means acknowledgement packet, AODV means ad hoc on demand routing vector protocol. Okay, so like that you might be having some of the shortcut symbols used in the report, so that can be listed separately just previous to the chapter 1. Heading is list of symbols and abbreviations. This should be kept in alphabetic order. You can see acknowledgement, AODV, then comes letter B, then D, E, like that, alphabetic order you can arrange this. This can be 1 page, or if you have too many symbols, you can go for 2 pages also. This is about the list of symbols, comma, abbreviations. Next come chapters, chapter 1, chapter 2. Chapter 1 will be generally introduction, chapter 2 literature survey, chapter 3 will be your proposed work. You are doing embedded project or VLSI project, communication or signal processing. So the proposed work, what is your actual work, that is chapter 3. If chapter 3 is not sufficient, you can also extend. If you have 2-3 modules, 2-3 algorithms you have done, you can use chapter 3 one algorithm, chapter 4 one algorithm, like that you can extend. After finishing discussion of all the algorithms, then comes about the software. If only I have one chapter for a proposed work, chapter 3 will be proposed work, chapter 4 will be about the software. If you are using Candle software, if you are using Arduino related dumping, or if you are using MATLAB in signal processing, or in communication, some other any software, whatever you are using, that software can be chapter 4. Then chapter 5 should be results. In the results, you will put only the output graphs and then explain in sentence. Each graph you explain at least 3 to 5 sentences. Each graph you are pasting, you explain at least 3 to 5 sentences about the graph. And that is about chapter 5. If chapter 3, 4, 5, 3 algorithms you are implementing, chapter 6 will be software related, chapter 7 will be results. In that results, you have 3 algorithms, chapter 3, 4, 5. So chapter 3 algorithm results you will put first in the chapter 7 itself. Then 4th chapter, second algorithm, that results you will put in the same 7th chapter. Then 5th chapter, third algorithm, those results you will put after the second algorithm results. Like that, a single chapter can be maintained for all the results. So after results, it can be any advantage, disadvantage, or comparison work you have done, that you can give separate chapter. or you can include at the end of the results chapter itself. One single chapter you can cover for all the results, comparison, everything. Then after results, you can put a new chapter for conclusion. So conclusion can be one paragraph, or if you have too many things to discuss, it can go for 2 pages, 2 to 3 pages. Conclusion is okay, but one paragraph is also sufficient. One paragraph means generally we speak 6 to 8 sentences can be considered as one paragraph. 6 to 8 sentences. 5 will be very short. If your sentence is very small, 5 will become very short paragraph. So preferably 6 to 8 sentences can be conclusion chapter. Okay. And then after that conclusion, you have to put references. You can see here references is there. Chapters, continuously the chapters: introduction, literature survey, other name is related work, and third chapter proposed, fourth chapter about the software, fifth chapter about the results, sixth chapter conclusion. All that is chapters. Then after chapters, you can put the references. You know by this time what is references meaning. And then in between, you have something called appendices. Appendices means which you cannot include in the results or in the book, but you want the basic knowledge of that for a person to understand what the work is done in the entire book. Okay. So appendix means, for example, some additional details which you don't want to include in the results or in the discussion within the chapter, but you want some basic idea. For example, some already existing theories are there, all those are used in your work, you can put it separately as appendices, and that should come before the reference. After the conclusion, before the reference, any basic already existing thing like this flow chart, anything is there which is related to your work, you can put it separately as appendices. Appendices is optional. Appendices is optional. References, and after conclusion, you can put references. All these are compulsory. This is the sequence in the project report book. Next, coming to the page dimension and size of the thesis. Size is 6 to 80 pages. Page dimension A4. Okay. So first I will do one thing. I will separate the front pages and from the chapter 1, so that all the alignment what I do, it will not disturb entire book. Okay. So you can prepare front pages separately, and then the from chapter 1 to references separately. So for that, what I am going to do, this particular thing, I am going to make a copy, and in this copy, I am going to rename it as front pages. This is about front pages, and this one is my actual from chapter 1. So here I will name it as a report from chapter 1. Chapter 1 to references. Okay, these two files I am going to operate. So front pages, what I will do from chapter 1 to last, I have to delete, so that any alignment what I do in the front pages, I can do it freely. Rest of the book will not be disturbed by this alignment. Okay, from here to end of the book, I am going to delete. Just hold on so that okay, I'm deleting this entire thing. Now what I have in my book is only the front pages up to list of tables, list of figures, like that. Okay. So after this, I can do the alignment. This is about the front pages. Then coming to the report from chapter 1, the beginning pages I have to delete in this. Simply I can tell and get over. only the first 5 to 7 pages I have to delete here. From chapter 1 I will maintain in this. From chapter 1 I will maintain in the second file. Okay. So here you can put the cursor at the center, then give one delete. Maximum it will come. You can use this, it will come to the center. This is about from chapter 1. Okay. Now the first thing you can see in the guidelines, it should be A4 size. The paper should be A4 size, 60 to 80 pages. So what I will do, both the files, you just make Control A, complete book is selected, all the pages. Go to layout. Okay, then check whether the size is A4, size of the paper A4 or not. So already because I selected, it is not showing anything. If I remove the selection, if I go to layout and if I check the size, it is already in A4 selection. A4 selection. You check whether the paper size is A4 selected. Okay, this is the condition given in the guidelines. So next I am going with the front pages. Front pages we will do. So before that, just I will give a small information, then move on to the front pages. So I told you chapters means chapters we will have introduction, then literature survey, introduction, then literature survey. Introduction can be 3 pages. Introduction can be 3 pages. Literature survey can be 20 pages, 15 to 20 pages literature survey. Then about the proposed work again 10 to 15 pages proposed work. Then after that about the software can be 5 to 10 pages based on necessity. If you are going to make a book of 60 pages, all this will contribute to 60. So introduction I told 3 pages, literature survey 15 to 20, proposed work can be 10 to 15, then about the software can be 5 to 10 pages, then the results should be at least 10 pages, 8 to 10 pages results. Then after results we are having conclusion I told you 1 page. If you add all this, minimum it should cross 45 pages. Minimum from chapter 1 to references it should cross 45 pages. Only then it will look like a book. Otherwise it is simple like as a assignment submission. So it is a project book, so it should be at least 45 pages. Only then it will be like a book. So references, based on how many references you have used, you can put it at the end of the book. Okay, this is about the number of pages I told. Introduction 3 pages, literature survey 15 to 20, then proposed work 10 to 15, and then next is about the software 5 to 10 pages. Result should be 8 to 10 pages, and conclusion 1 page. References, how many references you have used, whether 20 or 50 references. You can put all of them, and all these things should cross at least 45 pages. Only then it will look like a report book. Okay, so this is about number of pages.